Let's talk about Midnight Cowboy. It came out in 1969, and it starts off in Texas with a guy named Joe. He works at a diner, and all of a sudden, he thinks to himself, I'm going to move all the way out east to New York, and I'm going to live my life as an escort. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Joe, why would you do that? And that's the question I asked myself from the first second of this film all the way to the ending, and it still ain't get answered. Now, this movie got some meat in it. Joe, he is more of a naive person. He is, however, smooth talking. He moves to New York, and he starts to learn that his plan isn't going to come as easy as he thought it would. And so he fails, he stumbles, up until he meets this guy named Ratso. And Ratso, he's crippled, he's very hardcore, he's fast talking, he's a con man, and he's played by Dustin Hoffman. And Dustin Hoffman did a very good job playing that role. Okay, now, first, their relationship is very contentious because they have two very different personalities. And then eventually, when they start to fall on hard times, now they have to rely on each other. They have to start relying on each other, and it starts to get extremely cold in New York. And now they have to get closer and closer and closer, and they have to grind more and more and more. They have to steal. Joe, he has to look for more prospects as far as being an escort, and it's their relationship that makes this film. It's the relationship. It's the situations that they get in that makes this relationship, as well as Joe. The story makes it very clear from the beginning that he has suffered some sort of sexual abuse, perhaps in his younger days and as an adult, and that keeps returning throughout the film. And the thing that made the movie very unfulfilling is that the film never really resolved that all the way up until the end. But the meat and potatoes of this film is the relationship between Joe and Ratso. And those are my thoughts on the film.